GOAT. He is very good at this category, very good at all three categories in this run. Tethys, on the other hand, is a relatively new runner. I am excited to see what he can show us. It'll be exciting for us all.
While Tethys is pretty new, he's been improving really quickly as of late.
Very quickly.
All his PBs posted lately, and he's shaving off minutes at a time.
Yeah, he is absolutely a speedrunner. He is very good at adapting to this game's quirks, and looks like these two will be starting out with Knuckles, which is pretty standard practice. Either are playing in Japanese. That's good to see, no language difference. And they are off, starting pretty close to each other. Tethys is a 16x9 gamer, so this will be weird. I haven't commentated a 16x9 match today.
Yeah, I gotta get used to the big screen.
True. Then again, I did get used to Pasta's screen, which, hey, if I can commentate that, I can commentate anything. Spacebar. Not in free cam, starting out with Spacebar. Bro, you can't be doing this in a run, hell no. You can clip out of bounds there, and it's... I don't even think faster.
I've never seen that before.
Spacebar is just trying to style as Tethys well into Speed Highway, getting his Piece 1. Do want to note, Spacebar did lose some time already by having to swap into free cam. He did not swap before the run started. Tethys just missing his Piece 2, no Piece 2 to be seen in this section, so he will be either going to the back for it. As Spacebar also not getting a Piece 2, Piece 1 or 3, so very opposite scenarios for them both.
Getting pretty alright sets. Not the greatest, not the worst.
Yeah, just barely a 2-second time save for Spacebar. Definitely an alright piece set from both. Can't expect too much good RNG in this environment with no resets. I do think Tethys is playing in full auto cam. Spacebar again styling on us with trying to enter a casino.
That was sick.
The train. Immediate 2 pings. That's a good sign for Tethys. What you want to see in the casino? Spacebar, bro. Spacebar. Tethys getting a pretty good set here. Able to chain all three pretty back to back. And he's already out of casino. Spacebar, though, getting a pretty spicy set himself. He's going to be taking this barrel up and over to the enemies, and he's going to save a good chunk of time. 5 seconds there between the two.
13-second casino is definitely something you want to see in a race.
Yeah, absolutely. Casino can be quite a tricky stage because it's so small. A bad piece can set you back quite a bit.
Cream skipper? Nope.
No cream skip on Tethys' side.
Spacebar turn? Nah, no cream skips here. Unfortunate.
But it does leave our runners with a pretty even Inter-Chaos 2 split, which I'm sure neither are crying too much over. Chaos 2 can be a tricky boss if you don't really know how it works. Tethys missing 1 hit. Missing 2 as Spacebar sets up. Spacebar, I imagine, knows this boss quite well, considering his experience with it. And Spacebar has taken the lead as Tethys gets a 21 Chaos 2. That can be what Chaos 2 does if you don't know the fight's mechanics. It can be quite scary. Of course, Tethys could have just messed things up, which is perfectly understandable. Chaos 2 can be a tricky boss. Both picking up the shovel claws at the relatively same time. Very little is separating these two.
Got some coinage on Teth's side, no speed shoes.
Oh, pointed out in the chat, Tethys is still ahead because of the timer differences. Spacebar's timer is about 10 seconds ahead. So I do believe that is still Tethys in the lead.
Yeah, the unfortunate 2 deaths at the beginning, setting Spacebar back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, it's worth it for the swag if you hit those.
So true.
Spacebar is very good at this stage in particular. Red Mountain, Tethys loading in. Spacebar getting 2 of his pieces. And
Very good
a
set.
12-second Red Mountain is definitely what you want to see. Tethys,
Ooh,
unfortunately, getting the stake spot. Not
the
great.
rare piece too. Unfortunate.
Yeah. And the piece 1, which does make this piece actually a bit better. Typically, you want to see pieces chained together. And if you get a bad piece into a bad piece, you will be saving a bit of time, because you can just chain the two together. 28-second
Absolutely.
Red Mountain from Tethys. Perfectly normal.
Does he pull the gamble?
No gamble. Sad. Playing safe is definitely probably what both of these runners want to do. I guess Spacebar, learning his lesson from earlier on, I don't believe he took the speed choose gamble out of Red Mountain.
Yeah, I figured since he took 2 deaths at the beginning, he's not gonna gamble anymore. I think he learned his lesson.
Yeah. Then both in Chaos 4, everyone's favorite boss. Time to just sit back and relax as both of these runners hope they get good registration on their glides. Of course, if you glide, you cannot get hit by one of Chaos's worst attacks.
Just keep gliding.
Yep, that's the name of the game here.
Apparently from chat, they're saying Space is in the lead now after that.
No.
No.
Tethys getting a blue balls there. That will lose him about 10 seconds. That's very unfortunate. You typically don't see those very often because runners have figured out that just gliding around
Now Space
will
is
prevent it, but yeah, definitely. It's a very unfortunate time loss from Tethys' side. A bit of a hill to climb, but hey, nothing is over in Knuckles until Skydeck, because Skydeck can be a nightmare scenario. Where really,
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, just hoping for good Skydeck RNG. Spacebar getting a spicy key 1 into key 2, hoping that the first key actually set itself down. As Tethys finishes up Chaos 4, likely about a 20-second difference between the two, with the Red Mountain set and the blue balls in Chaos 2, or Chaos 4. Spacebar climbing up to the top. Slam dunking.
What a gamer.
What a gamer indeed. Picking up a piece. That's crazy.
Wow.
Is he actually hunting Lost World? What is wrong with him?
He is hunting.
I'm not sure why he is doing this. Probably for the swag points. Maybe a little bit of disrespect, but he actually gets a pretty good Lost World set here.
It's a good set.
Which is crazy. This is an opportunity.
Is this an actual gentleman's, though?
It could be. Who knows? If this is a gentleman's, you know what? I actually respect that astoundingly.
Let's see.
Does not appear to be Tethys setting up the clip. This is a chance for Tethys to take advantage a bit of Spacebar going for that. Spacebar, of course, holding the... Oh my god, Spacebar. Spacebar really is just playing for the swag strats, huh?
It's just pulling out everything. I've never seen that either.
I do not believe Spacebar wouldn't be confident about the Lost World skip. Spacebar holds the Senti world record. He is very, very practiced in Lost World and in also Lost World hunting. He got the world record in that times 20 and the Senti without the Lost World skip. categories.
Doesn't he have all stage world records?
He has all Knuckles times 20 world records, including both Centis.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the case. Spacebar is a very confident player. I think he might have just done it to hunt Lost World. I know I got him into Lost World hunting. He enjoys it quite a bit. With the exception of the chameleons, because the chameleons do suck, and I think everyone who's hunted Lost World agrees with that. Ouch!
No
Spacebar's out of lives.
Just gotta do it. Gotta do it live.
That is a bit dangerous. If he dies here, that is game over, but he should be okay getting the piece 2 at the back.
Yeah, that's an okay set.
26-ish with the pause. Skydeck is definitely perfectly fine. Definitely what you want to see if you're Spacebar here, holding a bit of the lead. Though Tethys, the timer difference between the two is definitely extended a bit. I think they are probably playing on 2 different FPS caps.
That could be it.
But Tethys lying around.
No, he's
fine
here. At least he knows it's an X-Wing, though.
You know, remarkably, according to Sound Defense, our resident time difference updater, Spacebar didn't actually lose any time in Lost World by hunting. Oh no, Tethys!
Unfortunate. But he knows the strat.
He does get the clip out with the cannon, I believe, which is a fine save.
Very unfortunate RNG for Tethys here, though.
Spacebar getting a 36 Chaos 6. I believe there was a bit of stuff going wrong. That's not a very typical time. Typically see around a 28 to a 30. But Tethys heading into Chaos 6 as Spacebar loads into Amy. Of course, Spacebar is very comfortable with all 3 of these stories. He is a very good Amy runner. I believe he is currently 2nd place.
His main category right here. I'm sure we're going to see all the spicy Amy tricks here. Probably a wall float,
Yeah,
too.
definitely. Good opening hub. Good cream skip, good right side. As Tethys going through Chaos 6 pretty normally. This looking to be a very good at Chaos 6 from Tethys. Spacebar loading into Twinkle Park. Spacebar, of course, is very good with Castle Skip, so I am expecting to see at least an attempt. And yep, there he goes, climbing up.
Yeah, there's no way it's going to be a miss here. It's Spacebar.
It is Spacebar. He is, of course, very consistent, and he gets it perfectly. A 26 Twinkle Park is very good. Tethys swapping into free cam. They have about a 35-second difference, but as they leave Knuckles. Tethys going for left side. A perfect clip out.
Very
as
nice.
Spacebar's in Hedgehog Hammer.
Good thing Space doesn't get trolled here. I've stopped doing this method specifically because I get like 50-50 trolled here during Hedgehog Hammer.
It is a scary setup or method indeed. It basically is full RNG. You are completely blind as you swing the hammer. Tethys getting a pretty good enter into Twinkle Park. Now we have to see how he does Twinkle Park. I am not sure I've seen the Tethys Castle Skip before. And he misses the second wall flip
This
up.
is Hedgehog Hammer skip, though. That's
wow, Spacebar. It's a very minor time loss if you don't hit it, but...
yeah, only like a 2-second time loss.
I also can't imagine Tethys goes for that. Maybe he does. I haven't seen Tethys Amy runs before. So this is all unfamiliar territory for me. Spacebar, though, of course, has defined his place in Amy's story, getting a very good start to his Act 1 Hot Shelter. Tethys floating up the balloon, losing a good 20 or so seconds, 25 seconds there, compared to Spacebar's Twinkle Park. But of course, nothing is insurmountable if you play well enough.
38 Act 1. That is
That's 38
crazy.
Act 1 is absolutely nuts. Spacebar playing out of his mind today.
A left side. Which I
A
believe
perfect
saves a
left side.
second.
Yes, that saves around a second. Spacebar's extended his lead to about a minute. Spacebar
Doesn't get
missing
the
the
beam.
fast beam, but
Again, a minor time loss, though.
a minor time losses can definitely add up, but of course Tethys needs to capitalize on those. And I'm sure he has it in him, but we just have to see it. Spacebar coming up on the last skip. Definitely on track for a 140. Probably a 145, 146 here. Oh, hits the bomb. A 130, a 43.
43, that's still...
That's incredible.
Still a time you want to be seeing.
Absolutely. Tethys missing the elevator clip.
I was a little too early there for the hammer flip.
Yeah, Tethys opting to not crank that.
Oh, gets a second try, though.
Gets a second
Haven't
try.
seen anyone do a backup of that before.
Oh no, hitting the robot. That's a good few seconds. Seems like both of our runners are getting minor time losses in Hot Shelter, so
Oh.
maybe...
Space.
Oh no, Spacebar.
Missing the pool.
Pool jump.
Trying to go for a swim in an empty pool.
I respect it.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
A minute Act 1 for Tethys. This is not too uncommon. If you've played Amy, you know Hot Shelter is the hardest style in the story. Not only that, it's the hardest style in the game according to most of the community. So, no big surprises there. A minute Act 1 is perfectly fine, but fortunately it does mean Spacebar is extending his lead just there alone, so hopefully he can get a better Act 2 here, not fall too far behind. Missing bridge skip, that's another pretty big time loss compared to Spacebar. You can't be too surprised, of course. Spacebar is Amy Goat, so losing time to him in Hot Shelter is not surprising. It's actually very commonplace.
Does he opt for wall float here?
I imagine
Looks
Spacebar
like he's
goes
going
for
banana clip. Yep, gets it.
gets it. Two awesome tricks by our runners at the same time kept us getting the second puzzle skip very
Perfectly
cleanly.
executed.
Then Spacebar floating up like a madman.
And gets it.
That saves a good 20 seconds, I believe.
Cannot expect anything less from Space.
He is absolutely playing out of his mind. This final leg is fantastic. He just needs the doors to back it up.
This
As Tethys
is the,
leaves Hot
scoop
Shelter.
Clip.
Oh my
Gets
god,
door
he's
one.
one! Oh, that's incredible from Spacebar. Absolutely maddening. That will put him a
That
good
is
chunk of time ahead.
The exact perfect scenario you would want for a final leg.
Spacebars is playing hot today. This Amy story is absolutely cracked from him. But what do you expect? It's Spacebars. He is known as an Amy runner. For a good reason, he's proving it today. Even more than he already has. He makes his way through the hub. This hub is surprisingly tricky. If you mess up, you can lose quite a chunk of time. Tethys going through the much simpler hub section of this area. Going to final leg. Of course, he needs to hit first door if he doesn't want to lose a good chunk of time. It will be
going a little far left there. Not sure if I agree with that.
hub movement can add up if you play it a bit sloppily.
Absolutely, especially for Amy's story, where hub movement is honestly
That's
between
the
the top
story.
4 Amy runners. Yeah, it all comes down to hub movement.
Yeah, you can expect from top Amy runners to get pretty commonplace IL times. Spacebar falling down to the raft. Not very seen. Not very common for runners to do that, but he may get zero strat here as he finishes up his Amy run in clean fashion.
Ooh.
And of course, zero gets knocked away right as soon as I say that.
That was an interesting first hit. I've never seen Zero actually hit into the fence, not off of a hammer flip, but just pushing him into there.
Yeah, that's the
very
zero strat.
interesting.
You save a good chunk of time there. Spacebar pause champing on the Gamma title screen as, of course, he loads in. That was a very good Amy from Spacebar. The time discrepancy has now jumped to about a minute between their timers, so probably Tethys isn't as far behind as he may seem, as there is a whole half a final leg that separates them and a boss fight.
Mrs.
Mrs. Scoopskip restarts for it.
Again.
You know what? I respect that. Spacebar playing for the swag, missing it the second time, does not opt to go for it. Tethys here with doors. No door
He's just
one,
like,
no door two.
You know what? I had a perfect Amy. Might as well give a little bit of chance.
True. This will be an uphill battle from Tethys for sure,
Door
especially after that
4.
door 4. He's losing another good 40 seconds on this split, and half of it's because of RNG. The other half, of course, coming from Banana Clip. Spacebar's Amy expertise coming in clutch here, saving him a good chunk of time. I don't think anyone didn't expect that, but it is tough to see, especially with a newcomer like Tethys not having that experience yet. But can't complain too much. This is a perfectly fine Tethys Amy run. A very, very well-rounded run. Spacebar ahead by 2 minutes. That might be just a bit too much for Tethys to catch up, but we do have another entire story. Gamma being quite a sleeper hit. He can definitely sneak up on you.
One entry to Hot Shelter and one Hot Shelter in general can really turn the tide.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of time to waste on Hot Shelter. First, we have Pillars, and he
Mrs.
takes a spill.
Pillars.
Lots of people opting to take a quick dip into the ocean today.
Trying to go for fast pillars there. I see. Opts for the spring.
Once again, Spacebar playing with swag strats in mind, but couldn't do fast pillars, so do the strat. Perfectly understandable. Do have to absolutely commend both of our runners. These runs have been hot. Both of them are playing super well. Spacebar just on an entirely different level. He is playing incredibly well. I guess this is what you expect from someone who I believe is second place on the leaderboard with this category, and specifically Tethys loading into Gamma. Spacebar is not world record holder anymore. Nixer bopped him with a 30 IGT, but the record is unrecorded, which we got owned. Spacebar getting the jet booster. This upgrade really breaks open Gamma Story. It's all about getting to it as fast as possible and then executing well in these stages. Going for
the
this clip.
secondary entry.
And missing it.
Nope.
Of course, opting the safe strat.
The
You
try.
can clip in with that. It's quite surprising.
A little hung up, but not too bad. Still pretty good entry.
Yeah, relatively clean Gamma so far for Spacebar, but of course Hot Shelter could change everything. This stage, of course,
This is the clip.
going for it again. He wants to get it.
Ooh, Tethys bonking off
Not
the
getting
doors a
remote
little bit.
change. And falling all the way down. That is tragic from Spacebar. Spacebar should really watch out. I think small mistakes like this could end up costing him the run if he isn't careful.
As long as Tethys keeps playing safe, he can catch up pretty easily as long as he hits everything.
Spacebar swagging out on the ladder as Tethys missing pillars, going for the quick backup strat, hitting the spring.
Another spring enjoyer.
Not dying though, and that's what's really important.
Exactly.
That saves him a good 10 seconds over Spacebar.
Ooh, clean wall run though by Space.
And going for the clip in of the train station.
Misses
Misses
the clip
it.
in.
And he doesn't have a checkpoint, so he'll be going all the way back to the start. This is what you want to see if you're Tethys. Oh, he does have a checkpoint. Never mind, I missed
He got
that.
the bottom checkpoint. Still a good chunk of time though.
Yeah, that's a good 10-20 seconds to get back to wall run and get out of bounds again. Of course, assuming you hit wall run first try. Gets it second wall run first try. I imagine he'll be playing this clip in a bit safer. Tethys, though,
Misses
this is
again. Okay. I was gonna say if he misses again, Tethys would be in the lead, or at
Tethys,
least very close.
Tethys is very close to being able to pull this out, but of course he has to get through Hot Shelter himself first. I will be looking out for the time that Spacebar exits Hot Shelter because he is defeating the boss of it now as we speak. Tethys grabbing the jet booster. I imagine he'll just be going straight for the easier clip. The not your ass clip.
Very good clip from Tethys as well.
In Hot Shelter without a problem. And Spacebar getting a 2020 exit Hot Shelter. Tethys could actually be in the lead after this if he gets Hot Shelter cleanly. Getting the clip out of the first area, this saves a good chunk of time over what Spacebar did. He fell down. Oh, but I'm worried. Tethys didn't hit that checkpoint. It could be scary. Spacebar defeating Sonic as he quits out to the menu. Trial menu glitch, of course, being Gamma's specialty. You run these stages in reverse. Hot Shelter is his last stage.
Gets
as
it
you want
first
for.
try.
Ooh, Tethys. Going for his safe strat. He likes this strat.
Much
And-
respect.
Oh,
Oh,
that was so
very
close.
close.
But he gets there. All he needs to do is get in the boss arena, and Tethys could be ahead. This could be a massive shift. As Spacebar
This
getting
got
a pretty clean
spicy
Red
really
Mountain.
quickly.
This did. Spacebar in the Red Mountain boss fight now. Hoping to not see any jumps here. As Tethys just barely behind. He's about 10-12 seconds.
Wow. No jumps. That's good for Space. Space has
jumps.
gotta be nervous now. He's just.
I imagine both of our runners are nerve racked. This is a close race. Tethys keeping it close. Of course, nothing is over until early shot, the last trick of this run.
Very
We'll
true.
get there when we get there, because now Spacebar is loading into Windy Valley. Windy Valley typically not a problem for runners, but of course, if you don't play it safe. Spacebar getting a fine clip out. Tethys now going into the trial menu to tackle Red Mountain on his own. I do believe Spacebar missed the clip out first try. Tethys so close! Oh no. And he gets there, but a little bit of time loss, I believe, compared to Spacebar's Red Mountain.
About a 7-second time loss, I'd say. He would have been
Yeah.
good if he just kept neutral sticking there. Moved a
Yeah,
little too early.
That first clip looked really, really good, but just unfortunate. You have to neutral stick there and to fall out of bounds, and if you move a bit too early, it could absolutely ruin it. Spacebar, a little bit of trouble with the minion. Oh, Tethys getting a jump, sad.
Unfortunate.
Spacebar re-entering the story at 31:28. We'll see where Tethys is after Windy Valley. And now Spacebar going through the story triggers of Gamma. We have to update our story cutscene flags. So we have to re-enter the levels we have done through the trial menu glitch. Going to re-enter Red Mountain, and then Tethys tackling Windy Valley, changing to autocam. Imagine it comes down to the camera swap. What a race that would be. Because Spacebar is currently still in free cam. He did not swap cameras for Windy Valley, which saves a good second because of camera menuing. Oh no, Spacebar. Now is not the time to be going for swag strats, my friend.
Sorry, been bitten in the butt enough by all of his swag strats. Now he's gonna pray for early shot.
Yeah, it might just actually come down to early shot. This is an incredible race because Tethys exiting Windy Valley at about a 35 to a 40 on his timer. This is incredibly close. No early shot from Spacebar. First try early shot.
Is he gonna go for it? He's not.
He's not opting to restart. I respect this play, but it does give a massive chance for Tethys to catch back up as he re-enters about 30 seconds behind. That's what Red Mountain can do to you. I'll say it, Red Mountain with Gamma is a lot harder than I think people give it credit for, but of course Tethys has time save with his failed swag strats earlier. Tethys can very easily capitalize on a few of the things that Spacebar has missed. Roughly 30 seconds separate them. Early shot would be enough to close that out, I think.
Be very close.
It'd be really close. But of course, Tethys needs to hit it. We'll see. Spacebar coming up on the last hit for... Oh, this is scary. A 34:08, a very respectable time, a very good run from Spacebar, but Tethys, of course, still finishing up. He has about a minute to do so. I'm not sure if he would be able to clutch this out, but it's going to be close. As he enters into Beta Mark 2, this is a very close race, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's enough. A minute separating them.
With all the deaths and the swag strats from space, a 34:08 is definitely very respectable.
Yeah, this is definitely a good time for Spacebar. No early shot first try, and I think that's it.
2 more tries. If he goes, no, not opting for it. Unfortunate.
But I don't even think it would matter because he is at 34 or 33, 30, 40 now. And he only has 20 seconds or so to finish this boss, which this boss is just a bit too long for that, even with early shot. So unfortunately, Tethys taking a loss here, but it was a fantastic race between the two. Tethys, of course, having to still finish out. Spacebar blessing us with a few swag strats that the few swag strats he managed to hit. But Tethys, a fantastic showing today. Fighting one of the
Absolutely.
GOATs and being within 30 seconds of them is absolutely nothing to scoff at. Tethys very quickly proving his potential here as he finishes out with a 34-33.
Is that a new PB for Tethys?
That could be a PB for Tethys. But a fantastic race between the two. It was very, very close. And PB, according to Tethys.
PB, let's go, Tethys!
Let's go, Tethys! Spacebar won just barely, a 25-second difference between the two. That was an incredible race. Tethys, a sleeper in this tournament, clearly coming out and absolutely astonishing everyone's expectations because he is a new runner. But that doesn't mean he's a bad runner. Coming
I'm
within...
straight up terrified going up against him in losers.
Yeah, this will be a
that.
scary match for whoever fights him. Because Spacebar, again, second place in the world in this category. So, playing within 30 seconds of a near world record holder. Absolutely incredible. Tethys flexing. Chad.
The Tethys flex. Let's go, Tethys.
Spacebar has joined us, and Tethys is here as well. Welcome, both of you. That race was incredible.
What's up?
Didn't realize I was muted. Hello, how's it going? Yeah. Oh wow, so like I was just like here for the ride, to be honest. I wasn't looking at stream at all. I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm up against Space, who's like pretty damn good at this category. I'm just gonna kind of do what I do, play for a PB, which I got. Pretty cool, 46-second PB.
You absolutely popped off.
And yeah, no, that's pretty good. I didn't realize it would be as close as it was.
Yeah, I fucking was doing a whole bunch of dumb stuff in Knuckles. But then
really?
my Amy, I
Yes,
don't
you
even know.
were.
Like my Amy hub was really bad, but like my stages were just like I don't even know what happened.
Your stages were
They're perfect.
absolutely correct.
Like they weren't exactly perfect, but pretty much for a race. It's like insanely good. And then I got door 1 also.
Yeah, that final egg
Oh,
is exactly.
In
Bro,
fact,
I-
the doors would have been a big difference.
Yeah, it actually probably came down to doors.
I got door 4, and I was
Yeah.
just like, great. Still time save on my PV, which had door 5, but I mean, hey. It was pretty good. I'm chilling.
Hey, a PB is a
Literally.
PB, even if you lost this round. It was a very
True.
close race.
Exactly, and there's only like a 1 in 5 chance that I lose time in final leg next run. So that means that there's a 100% chance that I lose time in final leg.